Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to design Lightbox Gallery component. This is one of the most popular front-end interview questions asked in SAP, Netflix and Hotstar companies. Okay, let's get into the details. So we should design a Lightbox Gallery component which is kind of having image gallery with many images lined up as tiles. Once a tile is clicked, a full screen image opens up in a modal showing the clicked picture. Okay, it also has all other images lined up at the bottom. Once a tile at the bottom is clicked, it shows the clicked image in full screen. Okay, now let's see what all the tasks we should implement as part of this challenge. Okay, the first task is all images should be displayed in a grid which has to be responsive. Okay, and then the second task is if an image is clicked, it opens in a modal where the end user can see the clicked image in its full width and height. Okay, the third task is there will be a tile of images at the bottom of the modal. Okay, and the fourth task is if any tile is clicked, the main image changes and will reflect the currently clicked image. And the fifth task is the clicked image will have a border of blue. Okay, will have a border of blue. And the sixth task is clicking on the image closes the modal. And the seventh task is clicking outside of the image closes the modal. And the last and final one is on hover, an overlay of black with opacity 0.5 should be applied on the image thumbnail. Okay, these are the tasks which we should implement as part of this Lightbox Gallery component design. Okay, for that let's start with first task. For that, go to VS Code, and then start implementing the first task, that is all images should be displayed in grid fashion. I already copied the required images for this demo. Okay, I have already copied all the required images for this demo and kept in project folder. Now I also have created a image.js file which consists of all image objects. Using this images object, I can read source as well as alt properties. Okay, now let's create a file. Lightbox gallery.jsx. Okay, generate snippet, React snippet using shortcut RAFCE and then press enter. Okay, we now created Lightbox Gallery component. Let's copy this and then add it to our app.jsx component. Okay, now let's copy. Okay, let's save it. Now go to browser and then see. Yeah, our Lightbox Gallery component is working. Now let's start implementing the first task, that is we should align all images in grid fashion. Okay, for that what we are going to do is let's take one div. This is already there. Okay, inside div let me loop through all images. Okay, for that we should import image objects from image.js file. Okay, from images.js file. Now let's use this and then loop through using map and then display all images in grid fashion. Okay, let's go inside it and then add a div tag. Okay, inside div, let me add image, or image source is image dot source, and then value for alt property is image dot alt. Okay, let's save it and then see. Now let's go to browser. If you see here, our images are getting displayed, but the task is we should display all images in grid fashion. Okay, for that let me add styles using Tailwind. Okay, styles using Tailwind. For that let me start adding classes here. Tailwind classes, class name grid. Okay, on small devices we want to, on small devices I want to display one image per row. Okay, for that what I'm doing is grid calls 1. If the device is greater than small device, then I want to display 2 images per row. Okay, for that what I'm doing is I'm taking grid calls 2. If it's greater than medium device, then I would be displaying 3 images per row. Okay, grid call 3, so that our application or our component is responsive. Based on the device size, our display of images will change. Okay, number of images displayed in a row will change. Now let's add gap between grid items 4. Okay, and then padding 4. In the similar way, let's add styles for inner div. Okay, where let me add background white, rounded, MD, overflow, hidden, shadow, MD, cursor, pointer. Okay, same way let's add classes for image element. Okay, where width auto, height auto, and then object cover. Object cover. Okay, let's save it and then check in the browser. Now if you see here, our images are displayed in grid fashion. Now the thing is, the next task is we are now done with first task. The next task is, if an image is clicked, it opens in a modal where the end user can see the clicked image in full width and height. Okay, now for that what we have to do is we should add an event. Okay, here let's add an event when we click on image. Okay, that is on click. What we have to do is we should display that image in a modal. Okay, for that let me add an event handler to capture that image and display in a modal window. Okay, handle image click, for which we should pass the image path. Okay, that is image dot source. Okay, image dot source. Now let's provide implementation for this event handler. For that I'm going to take one state variable to store the modal image, to display on the modal. For that let me take a state variable, that is modal image, set modal image using useState hook. And the initial value is null. Okay, when we click on image, I simply update the modal image state variable with the image where we clicked on. Okay, for that what I'm going to do is const handle image click, for which we are passing image source, that is image. Okay, and then I simply update the modal image value using the image. Okay, now once we have a modal image, once we have a value inside a modal image state variable, we should display the image in modal. Okay, we should display that image in a modal. Okay, for that let me add logic for that. There is modal image. If modal image is available, that means when user clicks on image, what we have to do is we should display that image in a modal window. Okay, now let me add here fragmentation. Why? Because React.js component can only return one element. One should have only one parent element. Okay, for that let me wrap everything inside React fragmentation. Okay, now okay, here what I'm going to do is let me take one div. Okay, and then inside div let me have another div, and then let me display image. Let me display image, and the source here is simply we should pass modal image. Okay, modal image, and the value for alt property is modal image dot alt. Okay, now let's save it and then see whether click is working or not. I mean, that is when user clicks on image, it should display a modal. Okay, when we click on image, it's actually displaying at the bottom. Okay, let's add styles here to display as a modal. Okay, to display as modal window. That is, our image should be displayed as a modal window. Okay, for that let me add a styles insert 0 flex call justify center item center background block bg block bg opacity opacity 75 and then g index 50 space between flex items is 6. Okay, now let me add styles for inner div as well. Here let me add class name. Okay, max w 3xl and then bg white rounded lg overflow hidden. Okay, let's save and then add styles for image as well, where width full height full. Okay, let's save and then see. Let's go here. Now if you see here, when we click on, let me refresh and then show you. Now let's click on this image. If you see, the clicked image is displaying as modal. Okay, now what we have to do is the next task is there will be a tile of images at the bottom of the modal. Okay, there will be tile of images at the bottom of the modal. The thing is, when we click on any image, that image is going to be displayed as a modal, and the remaining all images again should be displayed at the bottom as tiles. Okay, for that let me implement that functionality now. Okay, let's go here inside div. Okay, here what I'm going to do is I'm going to display all the remaining images as tiles at the bottom. Okay, for that let me take one div, and then inside div let me loop through all images using map. Okay, using map. Here let me name it like thumb index. Okay, inside here what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one div. Inside div let me display image, and the source is thumb.src. Okay, thumb.alt. Okay, let's save it and then see. Okay, let me do one thing. It's displaying, but the thing is, since the size is big, it's not showing us in the application, that is on the page. For that let me add styles for this image where image height width is 16, height is 16. Okay, let's save it and then see. Yeah, it's showing us, but the thing is it's displaying all the images in vertical fashion instead of displaying as a horizontal. Okay, for that let me add couple of styles. And then let's see. Let's go here. Let me add class name, flex, justify, center, gap 4, padding 4. The similar way let me add values for styles for this div where position is relative. Okay, and then group, so cursor pointer. Let's see now. Let's save. Go here. Now if you see, now we are displaying our all images as tiles at the bottom. Okay, now the thing is what we have to do is let's go here. Let's add gap is, I missed dash here. Let's save it. Now if you see here, there is a gap between even tiles displaying at the bottom. With this we are now done with third task. The fourth task is if any tile is clicked, the main image changes and will reflect the currently clicked image. That means when we click any of the tile images, the main image in modal should be replaced with that image. Okay, for that let me add one event that is, okay, when we click on image, that is tile image, our main image in the modal should get replaced with the clicked image. For that I'm adding an event that is on click, for which I'm passing one event handler that is set modal image. So we already have a state variable. Okay, we already have a state variable where we are actually storing the image when we clicked on it. Okay, based on that we are displaying the modal image, right? For that I'm simply using that method here, okay, to update the modal image. Okay, here we should pass thumb, okay, thumb.src. Okay, let's save it. Let's go here and then check. You see here, when we click on any tile image, the modal image is getting replaced. Okay, now with this we are done with fourth task as well. The fifth task is the clicked image will have a border of blue. Okay, whatever the image we are displaying in modal should have a blue border. okay, blue border and then light shadow, blue shadow. Okay, for that let me add styles here. Okay, styles, where here we are displaying our modal, here. Okay, where, yeah, so let me add some styles, that is border. Okay, border color, that is blue 500, and then shadow, empty shadow color, shadow blue 500. Let's save and then see now. Now if you see here, there's a blue border as well as shadow. Okay, blue. Let me increase the border, where it is, yeah, border 2. Let's save and then see. Yeah, it's a bit clear here. Let me add some top margin as well. Okay, for this let me add margin top 2. Yeah, let's add 4 instead of 2. Okay, it's now good. Okay, with this we are now done with adding a color or adding border of blue. Okay, active image. Okay, at the bottom tile as well. Okay, what we have to do is we should even display the same, there is a border for the clicked tile image as well. Okay, for that let me add logic. Let's go here, and then let me add logic here. What I'm going to do is, let's add a string literals. Let's use string literals. Okay, go here, and then now what I'm going to do is, inside this I'm going to add a condition. Let me add condition here. What I'm going to do here is, if modal image equals to thumb dot src. Okay, thumb dot src, then I'm going to display border for the selected tile image, and then border color blue. Okay, border color blue. If it's not, I simply don't display anything. Okay, let's save it and then go here. Now if you see here, let's say if I click on here again, for this tile image as well, we are displaying border blue. Okay, now let's go to the 6th task, that is clicking on image closes the modal. Okay, that means when we click on the image displayed in modal, our modal should get closed. And then we should only see all the images displayed in grid fashion. Okay, for that let me add one event. Okay, one event, that is here let me add one event, that is on click we should actually close our modal. Okay, for that let me pass one event handler. Let handle modal image click. Okay, and then let's implement this. What we have to do is, whenever we click on image in a modal, our modal should get closed. For that I simply use state variable and then update that variable value to null, so that our modal image will become null and there won't be any display of modal image. Okay, let's take this and then inside this, okay, const. Okay, inside this I simply update modal image value to null. Let's pass null here. Okay, save it and then go to here. Let's click on here. See, now when we click on image, our model is getting closed. Our model is getting closed. If you see, if I click on any other, it won't close. Okay, only when I click on model image, our model is getting closed. With this, we are now done with implementing 6th task. The 7th task is clicking outside of the image closes the model. That means if we click on outside of the model image, then also we should close our model. That means if I click on anywhere here, that is anywhere outside of our model image, my model image should get closed. Okay, for that let me add one more event. Okay, let me add one more event where I am going to add on click. Okay, on click I should actually close my model image. Okay, for that let me pass handle. Okay, handle, not this one, handle model image click outside. Okay, let me implement this. Let's copy and then go here. In this event handler, in this function as well, what I'm going to do is I simply update the model image. State variable value to null. Okay, state variable value to null. Let's update to null. But the thing is, now let's go and check whether it works or not. Okay, we should handle this a little bit different. Why? Because let's go here. If I click anywhere, it's not getting closed. Why? Because we are actually clicking. Okay, why it's not displaying? Yeah, I understood why. Because when we click outside of our model, what we're doing is we are updating with we are updating the model image value to null. That's the reason now it's not displaying. That is the reason I said we should handle this function little different. Okay, for that let me do one thing. Let me add the logic here. What exactly we have to do is let's pass the event here. Let's pass the event. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, using that event, I'm going to update the logic inside here. If e dot target equals to e dot current target, that means the element which triggered event and then the element for which the event is attached should be same, then only I should update my model image value to null. Okay, then if that is the case, update model image value to null. Now let's see, let's save and then go and check in the E is not defined. Okay, why? Okay, we haven't passed here. Let's pass it here. Now let's go here. Click. Now click anywhere outside of our model image. Let's see. Okay. Why it's not working? We did properly, right? Any spelling mistakes? Let me check. E dot target equals E dot current CU RRG current target, then we should set model image to null. Okay, let me save and then check again. Let me refresh. Click on it. Okay, it's closing. When I click on outside, it's not closing. Okay, I did something wrong here. Why? Because I should add this even to the outer div, not inner div. Okay, let's copy paste. No, not, let's cut it and then paste it here. Okay, let's paste it here. Now let's go and check. Let's save it. It's not working. Oh my god, I messed up with everything here. I should actually add this in modal, not here, right? Let's copy it. Okay, here I should add in this modal image. Let's add it here. Save it. Yeah, now if you see here, if I click anywhere outside our image, there is modal image, my modal is getting closed. Okay, and again, even the tiles are working as expected only. Okay, with this, we are now done with implementing. Clicking outside of image closes the modal. The final one is on hover, an overlay of black with opacity 0.5 should be applied on the image thumbnail. Okay, for that, let's go to application. Here, let me add. This is about the thumbnail, right? That is tiles. Okay, let me add one more div here. Okay, one more div here inside this, not here. Okay, let me add one more div here where I'm going to add the logic or CSS styles to display an opacity with a black background. Okay, for that, let me add div. Okay, inside div, let me add class name, that is to add Tailwind classes. Here, position should be absolute. Okay, position should be absolute. Insert 0, background black, and then opacity 0, group hover, opacity should be 0.5, right? For that, I'm going to use 50. Okay, and then transition opacity. That means when we hover over on the tile image, opacity should transition from 0 to 0.5. Okay, that is transition TRA, transition opacity. Let's save and then see. Let's go here. You see here, see the background or background of our tile image is getting darker when we hover over. Okay, it's working fine. Okay, we added opacity to transition from 0 to 0.5 when we hover over on tile images. Okay, with this, we are also done with the final task, that is on hover over, we added a overlay of black with opacity 0.5. Okay, with this, we completed our solution or designing component, that is Lightbox Gallery component. Let me format it. Okay, now let me explain each task what exactly we did here. Here we actually displayed all images in grid. Okay, we actually displayed all images in grid. Okay, here we displayed the clicked image. Here we displayed the clicked image in modal. clicked image in modal. Okay, here we displayed where, yeah, here we displayed all images as tiles at the bottom. Okay, and then we implemented remaining functionality as well. That is, when we click on image, modal image, our modal should get closed. When we click outside of modal image also, our modal should get closed. When we click on any image in tiles displaying at the bottom, the clicked image should get, the modal image should get replaced with the clicked image from the tiles. Okay, now if you see the overall our application, we displayed all images in grid fashion, and then we click on any image, the image is getting displayed as modal, and then all images are getting displayed as tiles at the bottom. And then when we click on the modal image, our modal get closed. In the similar way, when we click outside of our modal, then also modal image get closed. When we click any image inside, that is any tiles image, the modal image is getting replaced with the tile image. Okay, this is about today's video, where we saw how to design gallery box component, that is Lightbox Gallery component. This is one of the most popular front-end interview questions asked in SAP, PayPal, and then Hotstar. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please do subscribe and like, comment, share with your friends. Okay, thanks once again. See you in next video.